Let's be honest, building discipline when you're motivated is super easy. Everything feels right, the goals are on point, you're at the gym, you're like feeling yourself, like everything is easy. But what about when you're bad? What about when you just had a baby and you don't get any sleep? What about when you're emotional? What about when you're just feeling simply unmotivated? What about when I wake up and just want to cry because I don't know what's going on and I have no control over how I feel and I want to have control and I want to gain control? What about those moments? Motivation fades, but discipline remains. That's what builds the body, the mindset, the lifestyle that you want. It's always when you have discipline. Hi, if you're new here, my name is Solari. I am a certified personal trainer and just a wellness, beauty, lifestyle content creator. But today I'm going to talk a little bit about discipline because I feel like when we are at our lowest, we find it so hard to find discipline. And it's really something that has affected me. I have now been through 2 pregnancies, and each time I am at my lowest is when I have no structure. And of course, when you have a baby, you're not gonna have the best structure. So it's something that I've realized about myself. It really takes me for a bit of a whirlwind. Like my whole mindset, life changes when I do not have discipline, even when it's something that I can't control. So today we will be talking about discipline and how you can build discipline when you're tired, emotional, or unmotivated. First, let's get this straight. Discipline is not about forcing yourself, it's about reparenting yourself. Motivation says, I feel like it, while discipline says, I said I would. Every time you show up for yourself, you're reprogramming your brain to trust you again. The truth is, emotional days are a part of our journey. It's everyday life, and you're not weak for feeling them. You are just human. The problem is, we pause our goals when life gets too heavy. So when I say discipline, I don't mean like grind culture. I don't mean pushing yourself to your craziest limit that you can't do no more, burnout mode. I just mean honoring your word to yourself, even when it's uncomfortable. So let's say you're super tired. Let's say you've had a long day at work. Let's say your body is feeling so drained. You're just feeling so tired. Like your body is just saying, I need sleep. What I recommend for when you are tired is to not skip more than one day. When you're physically drained, your body is not telling you to quit. Your body is just saying, care for me. I need some rest, but that doesn't mean give up. Sometimes discipline looks like going to the gym. Sometimes discipline just means getting 8 hours of sleep. You want to gain hours of sleep so that you are fueling your body for the next day. Always make sure if you're gonna skip a day, if it's not rest day, that you go the next day. If you rest today, show up tomorrow. That's how you build rhythm. And consistency isn't perfection, it's recovery followed by recommitment. Maybe don't give it up as a whole. Maybe just take it a step back. Let's say your plan was officially to go to the gym, but let's say you're too tired to go to the gym. So let's do a 20-minute walk instead. There's always an alternative to redefining your day, but still staying disciplined. Because you don't always have to give it up. And that's something that I want people to understand about discipline. If you are trying to become a person that is at your best health-wise, at your best in the gym, you have to really understand the overall definition. There's going to be days that we are tired. Naturally, we are humans. I have 2 kids. I am exhausted. But my discipline is what tells me I have to get this done, I have to get this done, and I have to do this and this and this and this and this. Because if I don't get these things done, I will not be at my best self. And that's what I want people to understand, because when you don't feel at your best self, then that's when your mind goes in a whirlwind. So if we just show up, and if we are too tired, we don't want to show up fully, but we show up in a little bit, that will still keep you disciplined. And like, what about when you're emotional? Maybe you're heartbroken. Maybe you're just stressed. We can't pay the bills. Work has been so hard. Maybe you're just not feeling like yourself. And I can relate. I've had so many of these moments where I've spent months and months and months trying to understand what is wrong with me. Why do I not feel like myself? What is going on in my life? Who even am I? Like, these are things that I actually have gone through. And sometimes I don't think people realize, like, we all are human and it is okay to go through certain things. Don't give up on yourself. I don't want to make it seem like it's easy in these situations. Obviously, when you're feeling down, when you're emotionally down, it's honestly the worst feeling. You don't even feel enough like oomph to show up for yourself. Like, it is so confusing. I like to look at it as a moment of redefining yourself, your future self. How can I help my future self get out of this funk? Because here's the truth. Emotions are waves. They crash, but they also pass. And the worst thing that you can do is let a temporary feeling set a permanent setback. Like, when I'm emotional, I just let my body feel it. I might cry while doing squats. I might do a leg raise and be mad at the world, and you just gotta do it. I like to think of the gym as a form of therapy. So I really hope that throughout this video, you guys feel motivated enough to do so as well, because you just don't want to stop showing up for yourself. Because when life falls apart, that's when you need routines the most. The routines will anchor you into feeling positive again. And that's what I've had to realize the hard way. After months and months and months and months and months of not working out, and I'm wondering, why do I feel so insane? Why does everything feel like not right? It's because I have no routine. And now I notice every day that I'm having a routine. I'm like, wow, this is what I needed. I needed my discipline back. I needed my positive emotions to come back. And the only way I could do so is with discipline and showing up for myself. So your routines will strictly become your anchor. And when you can't trust your emotions, trust your routine. Let's say you're feeling so unmotivated that you just like, you know what? Motivation, not there. I literally could care less. Look at it like this. Motivation is like a spark. It's exciting, but it burns out fast. Discipline is the firewood that keeps the flame alive. So if you're feeling unmotivated, ask yourself, why did I start? What was my goal? What was I trying to achieve in the beginning? Go back to your why, the version of you that got you started in the first place. The woman who said, I want to build my dream body. Go back to your why. Go back to that person. Here's what I'll say. You just have to make the time. And there are a few practical habits that I want to share with you guys that you guys can also implement into your daily routines so that you can also stay grounded. So when it comes to working out, I look at my workouts like an appointment. I cannot miss a workout. If I miss my workout, that's like missing my child's doctor's appointment to me. And it's because I'm relying on structure. I do not rely on my emotions. At this point, it's more so this is what has to be done versus this is what I want to be done. Secondly, I keep my goals visible on my phone, on the mirror. I know what I want to look like. If I cannot get myself to look like that in the next 6 months, I'm the problem. Because I'm giving myself the time. I'm doing the work. So what is really going on? So I have to have a daily reminder. What do you want to look like? And I think you don't want to make it to the point where it's like you're comparing yourself to other people, but just have a goal set. You could even do daily goals, weekly goals, monthly goals, yearly goals, and then just try to go down the list and see, have I achieved these goals? Most importantly, I just forgive myself fast. Having a bad day does not mean you have to have a bad week. Life is so hard. So give yourself grace. We are all just trying to get to the next day at the end of the day. Here's the truth. You're not always going to feel inspired. You're not always going to be up for it. You're not always going to feel motivated. Discipline is how you stay connected to her, your inner self, the one who got you started in the first place. Even when she feels like so far away, I promise you, she's in there somewhere. You just have to go and speak to her, talk to your inner self. If you can learn to move through tiredness, through emotions, and through low motivation, you become unstoppable. So the next time you're feeling down, you're not feeling like yourself, remind yourself, you're not just building a routine, you're building resilience. You are becoming the version of you that no one can stop. The version of you that no one can get to. The version of you that no one can mess with. And that's what builds the life, the mindset, the body, and the goals that you are looking for. I really hope you guys liked this video. I really hope that you guys stay disciplined and learn to be disciplined. And if you're feeling like this is just the beginning, then I'm so happy that you guys came across my video, because I really do hope to motivate at least one person in the same way that I wish somebody would have motivated me. Both of my postpartum experiences have been really bad, and I just don't want you guys to go through that, because I do truly love you guys. I do truly love everyone out there, every woman out there that's just trying to figure it out, just trying to work on herself. Like, you guys got this. And of course, do not forget to like and subscribe and hit the follow button if you guys enjoyed.